Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Somebody Soul and I'm an illustrator from Johannesburg. So I've always had this idea of pushing myself to the limit as an illustrator, trying different types of media and just being a modern day artist. So I finally gathered enough courage to start a YouTube channel and I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, so the biggest challenge I had was coming up with the first video. So then I went to my Instagram and asked a few people what they think I should make my first video about. And a lot of people suggested that I do a Q&A, allow people to know who I am and what I'm about. So this video is going to be me trying to answer as many questions as possible in the most effective way possible. I hope you enjoy. Let's check it out. When did you start taking your passion in art seriously? So I think I started taking it seriously when I got my first client. So my first client was in 2017. Yeah, she asked that I do an illustration of her and I felt like, okay, that'll be so cool. I mean, I don't mind doing it. And she asked me how much I charged and I didn't know what kind of price to set. So I guess that's when I basically started taking it seriously, seeing that other people were interested to the point of actually paying money for my work. When did you realize you're an artist? Personally, I don't think I've realized that I'm an artist because I feel like that term on its own refers to someone who has a lot of experience, who has a particular, very distinct kind of skill. So for me to call myself an artist, I feel is a little bit of a stretch. I'm still working on myself as a human being, as an illustrator, to try and become a modern day Renaissance man. I feel like once I reach that level, I would have fully realized that I am an artist. What is your most favorite piece you've done so far? My favorite piece, by far, would have to be Afrocentric. I did it in 2018 and it has so many memories because in 2018 I was a different human being compared to who I am now. And I feel like that version of me was probably my favorite version of who I am. And because I created that artwork in that mindset, for me it'll be forever one of my favorite pieces. But all in all, I love all my artworks. I feel like each and every one has a different story and it exhibits a different emotion. And yeah, it's like asking a parent if they have a favorite child. Which they shouldn't, but they do. So yeah. What does being an artist mean to you? Being an artist, I feel like you are entrusted with so much responsibility. The biggest one being the ability to create. It comes with so much responsibility because I feel like as artists we have to impact the societies we exist in and impact them in a very positive way. We've seen art play major roles in the past and in some cases it's been very negative, but in some cases also it's been positive. So I feel like as an artist we have a responsibility to impact and be catalysts of positive social change. What's the longest piece you've worked on? The longest piece I've worked on would have to be my biggest artwork, which was the Uhambo Lwethu mural. So basically that mural is an embodiment of the African journey, or the journey rather of 3 different individuals. So for me, that entire artwork was actually pretty long because it was 2 meters high and 12 meters long. So yeah, it's probably also one of my favorites because it's just like a splash of color and an embodiment of culture, basically. Yeah. Do you have a routine method for sparking up your creativity before you work on a piece. So most of the time I just open the canvas and just stare at it until until inspiration hits. But usually I don't have a routine, but I try to stay within the confines of allowing myself to express my creativity. That means I listen to music and I read and I look at other people's work, and I love interacting socially with other people just to get that sense of who they are. And basically that allows me to kind of create something, you know. It could be a conversation, you know, that just sparks that idea of creating something. So there's no straightforward pattern on how I get to create a piece, but I keep exploring all these options in order for me to allow myself to create something. So what's the plan in terms of school and your art? More specifically, when you're done with school. Alright, so right now I am still studying. For those of you who don't know, I'm still studying, and I am also exploring my artistic side and trying to monetize that. But in terms of the future, I don't know what the future holds, but I guess for all of us, a sense of security is important. And for me, trying to secure the bag from literally all angles is my strategy. So after school, I'm probably not going to be creating as much, but if life has different plans for me, I will definitely take those. But the thing is, I enjoy doing both. I enjoy creating artwork and I enjoy what I'm studying. Although it kicks sometimes, but I am enjoying it. So I guess trying to merge these two aspects of who I am, who are so different, it might present a challenge in the future, but right now I'm going to ride that wave until I have to let go of one of these two passions of mine. I was asking if you could tell us more about yourself, who you are, like your age and stuff. Alright, so with this one, I'm not entirely sure where to begin because I feel like there's so much about me that other people don't know, and I don't know which aspects I should let people know. But I guess the most obvious one is I am quite goofy. I really like smiling. Yeah, I'm a jolly good fellow. Don't know about good, but jolly is definitely right there. In terms of age, I am in my 20s. Whichever 20 seems suitable for me, I guess we'll work with that one. And other things about me, I like ice cream. I guess that counts. I like ice cream and pizza, and basically anything with cheese is freaking amazing. Yeah. And yeah. What led you to this passion? Who or what are your motivators? Right, so basically I'm a person who likes the indoors, right? So I don't really like going outside. So staying at home, being confined to the walls of the house, allowed me to explore literally everything that was inside the house. So I'd read books and I would draw, and this was like early in my childhood. So I guess that kind of led me to become an artist, but it was many other things that led me to who I am right now. Because I had an aunt who was a dressmaker, and I stayed with her for quite some time, and seeing her create these beautiful intricate patterns, and seeing her just create something from nothing, it was just really amazing. I guess that could also have been a contributor to the creative I am now. But yeah, I guess all these different tiny things that happened in my life led me to where I am right now, and I appreciate every single moment, the good and the bad. And then in terms of what motivates me or who motivates me, I used to look outside myself for inspiration in terms of with regards to like asking people what I should draw or like what to create, and just basically feeding from other people's energy in order to create stuff that resonates with me. But then as time went on, I started looking inward. So basically I'd use my emotions to try and create. Meaning that if I was happy, I would create something. If I was sad, I would try to also use that emotion to create. So instead of looking outside for inspiration, I've had to look inside myself. And ever since I've started doing that, I guess my work resonates more with me first. And if someone else out there kind of sees my vision, then I guess it's like a win for me. But yeah, that's basically what motivates me. Who is your girlfriend? My girlfriend is the most amazing human being on the planet, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. What's your best friend's name? I don't know. Do we have best friends at this age? I don't know. Maybe it's a me thing, but I don't think the word or the term best friend has been bestowed upon a particular person in my life. But I do have close friends, people who I engage with constantly or infrequently. I tend to keep to myself for quite some time. I'm a bad communicator sometimes, and I'm really sorry about that, especially to my friends, because they deserve better. But what's my best friend's name? I mean, man, I could name drop all day, but they know. When are you going to dye your hair again? I don't know if I'm gonna do that anytime soon, because first of all, I'm staying at home right now, so I am under constant supervision. But going on into the future also, I don't know, I think I'm making my way into the professional world, so I don't think dyeing my hair at this point is going to be possible. But yeah, it'll be really cool. I dyed my hair some time ago, and it was pretty cool. I love the color, but the whole experience was just very messy, and I hated that part because I did it myself. So yeah, it was quite frustrating. But I would do it if I could, but I can't, so I won't. What inspires you? I think I've answered this question, but I'll just give it another shot. Hopefully I can be more articulate this time. But yeah, I think the primary source of inspiration would have to be what I go through, because the situations that I go through kind of evoke different emotions, and I usually tap into those emotions to try and create something that will resonate with other people. So I guess that's one thing that inspires me. I also listen to a lot of music. There's this guy who just came up recently. Don't know if you guys know him, but his name is Jay-Z. He's actually got pretty fire stuff. I'm probably gonna get some backlash on this, but his work is pretty cool. I listened to one song of his and it got me hooked. So I guess just listening to a variety of musicians, and just engaging with different artists also, that could be a source of inspiration. Also conversations, just talking to people and listening to what they have to say about literally anything, that could be my motivator. So a whole lot of things motivate me. There's not one particular source of inspiration. What is the most difficult part of your artistic process creatively? I guess for me, every step of the creative process is quite difficult. For example, take the start. Starting could be quite difficult, because you don't know where to begin, what colors to use, what colors to blend together. So the start also presents a significant number of challenges. Also, during the creative process, while you're drawing or while you're creating this artwork, you could, be demotivated, I have a bunch of incomplete artworks. So I guess the middle part, once you've started and you have to go on and finish the artwork, I guess that too can be quite a challenging part of the process. Also the end, the end, especially when I'm doing commissioned work, because I've created some stuff that I genuinely loved, and having to part with that work for me kind of brought some form of anxiety. So I guess there's so many challenges when it comes to the whole artistic process. So yeah, there's no textbook answer for this. I'm sorry. What do you think is your purpose to fulfill as an artist? As an artist, I feel like again, I don't like the word artist be used on me, but I guess my purpose would be to creatively document the era in which we exist in right now, so that people who look at my work 100, 200 years from now, God willing, if they look at it from their cultural existence, they should be able to kind of understand the mindset that I was in, the mindset in which the people who existed in my time were in. So I guess the biggest responsibility or my purpose as an artist would have to be to creatively document my current situation. Favorite essay and international artist? My favorite local artist would have to be African Ginger. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce his name and surname because people have butchered it so much. But I met him one time at the mall and it was so cool. I was like, African Ginger, and I was like, yo, what's up, man? He was so chill. He was so calm, so cool, and everything about him is just super awesome, and his work is just simply out of this world. One of my inspirations, honestly, and also Nene Mahlangu. She's super amazing. She's exhibited work all around the country, throughout Europe. It's just simply mind-blowing, and I feel like she's also done something that I would love to do, which is to do an illustration for the South African Mint. That's just mind-blowing work, and because these artists have achieved so much, for me that is just truly inspiring. So I guess they're my favorite artists. Where do you draw inspiration from? No pun intended. I've already answered this, so I might as well just move on. I just wanted to read that question. What music do you listen to? I listen to a lot of music. I'm actually gonna put the link to my creative playlist so that people can just check out the stuff that I listen to when I create. It's a whole lot of hip hop, a lot of alternative, a lot of pop, a lot of so many different genres. Soul, got some R&B going on. It's just a musical fruit salad, and that's basically what I listen to. What's your take on art and time? This question deserves a video of its own, but I believe that these two concepts are very subjective. Let's take art for instance. The way we view art is inspired by your perception of life, your perspective, your background, will influence your understanding or your appreciation for art. And so that kind of creates a very subjective opinion when it comes to what art is. And in terms of time also, time on its own, I believe, is a very relative construct. I could stand corrected, but that's what I believe. I believe these are two very subjective concepts. However, if you mingle the two, art and time, together, I feel like art should be timeless. Primarily because we do not only create for ourselves, but we create for future generations. Look at the work that was done by artists like Andy Warhol and Jean-Michel Basquiat. You know, they had a lens or a vision that would carry them from their time of existence all the way into the future through their work. So I guess, yeah, art is timeless in that way. You look at the work done by our ancestors, you know, the rock art or the rock paintings, stuff that is still relevant to some of us today, you know, so we draw inspiration from that. So art should be timeless in that sense. Do you buy art? Yes, I buy art. I'm a proud collector of of a handful of artworks, primarily female artists, because while their work is just simply amazing. I intend on buying more art, you know, because I just want to fill my walls with other people's work, especially work that I love. You know, I just want to be a mini collector of art. I don't have my art in my house. Doesn't make sense. Are you single? No, I am not single. Why? Do you attract women that love art? If not, are you okay with someone who's uncultured? Wow, okay, I don't know. I feel like the word uncultured is I feel like it's a bit unfair. If someone doesn't like art, I don't think I would call them uncultured, because I feel like it's a preference. You know, it's like liking avocados or eating bananas. That's someone's preference. I personally hate those things. But does that mean that I'm uncultured? I don't think so. So I don't know. I feel like uncultured is a bit of a stretch. And when it comes to attraction, I don't know. I can't speak for other people's attraction, but I guess for me, I am attracted to people who have a strong opinion on whatever it is they believe in. So if I'm going to be in a relationship with someone who likes art, then yay for me, you know. But if I'm in a relationship with someone who doesn't like art, that's also fine by me. You know, I appreciate that. I probably appreciate that even more, because whatever decision they make with regards to art, whatever stance they have on art, it's theirs, you know, it's their authentic voice. And all I can do is just appreciate the human with the opinion. So yeah. Right, so that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you want to say something, or you know, if you think I was off in some of these questions, please hit the comment section. And don't forget to check out my Instagram at somebodytall. Share the video with your friends, family, and you know, let's get people subscribing to the channel. You know, if you like art, subscribe. If you don't like art, also subscribe. Maybe you might end up liking my work and my videos or whatever. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.